Hey everybody, it's time. Go get your snack, get your hydration, and get ready for Phenomenal Woman Rise Up with Terry K. Brown.
Hey, well, good evening. Good evening, everybody. This is Terry K. Brown with Phenomenal Woman Rise Up. It's so good to see everybody. It's good to be back. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for their calls, their prayers, their emails, their cards, their flowers, and everything for the passing of my mom. Yes, she did pass away. And it's just a blessing to have the support that I had during that time. And we all know she's in a better place than all of us right here. So I just want to thank everybody for their support. And it was just a blessing to have that at that time. And also, I would like to welcome everybody to the show. Yeah, I've been gone for a couple weeks. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I have a great and interesting show today. The first half of the show is going to be about preparation. It's one thing that I did learn during this whole process is that we all need to be prepared because we all must go this way. And sometimes, when we're younger, well, I'm not so young anymore. I'm like after 60, and next month I have a birthday. But when you're young, you kind of just don't think about preparing for this time. And we all know that when you prepare, it makes it a lot easier on the folks that are left here after you pass. And then the second half of the show, we're going to be talking about, what I'm going to be talking about, y'all, the importance of voting. I finally got a chance to do a little bit of my research. And hey, I voted already because y'all know I'll be out of town, in and out. So I made sure my husband and I went down and voted last week, and we got that out the way. And so we're going to talk about that. But first of all, how y'all doing? Look at this weather today. It's my kind of weather, and I know it's your kind too. Somebody probably out there barbecuing today. I know they are. I don't smell it in my neighborhood, but I know somebody barbecuing on the down low. And I wish they would bring some over. But I enjoyed this weather today. I love it. I love the sunshine. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. So you can sit out in your patio on the backyard and just enjoy the breeze. Enjoy this Sunday afternoon and this Sunday evening, because everybody knows it's just a matter of time before the snow is coming. We live in Cleveland, y'all. So if we don't get any snow before the end of the year, we are blessed, unless you're one of those people that likes the snow. And then don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. But if we could just hold off until Christmas Eve, that'd be cool for me. Okay, y'all, let's get a little serious here. I want to talk about preparation. On Facebook, I'm going to take a really great post that I got and expound on it about preparation for your end times. It's just simple little things that you can do that will make this process a lot easier. First of all, they ask you to make sure all bank accounts have direct beneficiaries. And the beneficiary is someone who is getting your access to your bank accounts or access to your funds if you have a life insurance policy. That's called a beneficiary. So the beneficiary need only to go to the bank with your death certificate and their own ID if they are made a direct beneficiary. And I say this, and I'm not saying people are looking for money. It's just that if you have to pay for food, or you have to buy clothing, or you have to pay to have stuff removed from the person's house, or you have to pay for the funeral expenses, and you have access to this person's bank account, it just makes it a lot easier, you know? I'm just saying, it makes it a whole lot easier if you have a direct beneficiary listed on your bank account because you can't take the money with you. So you might as well make preparation ahead of time to take care of that. Amen. And then the next thing is transfer on death deed if you own a home. Now, if you complete this document, this transfer on death deed, and you fill it out with your county, it saves the person who you're leaving your home to thousands of dollars. The document allows you to transfer ownership of your home to the designee. So it's like if my husband and I happen to pass and we designate the ownership to one of our children, if we have a transfer on death deed, it automatically transfers. All they have to do is take it to their ID and the death certificate to the county building, and the deed is signed over. Done. These are a couple little simple things. And also just writing a living will. You can pull it off of the website. If you have a computer, you can go on and type in living will. You can type in durable power of attorney. You can type in healthcare power of attorney and get those forms filled out and get them notarized. And remember, you cannot sign it until you get in front of the notary and have people designated to make health decisions for you if you're not able to make health decisions, or to make life-changing decisions for you if you're unable to make life-changing decisions. And the power of attorney is a person who can make financial decisions for you if you are not able to make those decisions. So direct beneficiaries, a transfer on death deed, a living will, a durable power of attorney, a power of attorney for healthcare, and also a last will and testament. And the last will and testament is simply writing down what you want people to have. So if you own jewelry that you want passed down to a relative, then you can write this in your will. All you have to do is date it, sign it, and get it notarized, and it would be valid. That's all you have to do. You really do not have to get an attorney, but you have to sign it in front of a notary and get it notarized for it to be valid. You can't just write it on a piece of paper and sign your name at the bottom. If you have valuables that you want to give someone, please get it notarized, and that makes it legal. These are simple little things you can do. And most of all, you need to let someone know what your wishes are. Let someone know, preferably the power of attorney. Let them know if you want to be cremated or you want to have a funeral. Let them know if you want your stuff to go to Salvation Army, or if you'd like your bank account to be donated to a charity, or if you're one of those people who would like to have your organs donated. Black people need that a lot because we don't do that, and we can save people's lives if we donate our organs to them. Really, we do. But it's a personal choice. But let someone know, someone that you trust to honor your wishes, and someone who will make the decisions that you want them to make. That's really, really important, okay? Because you might want your daughter to be your healthcare power of attorney, but if you want to not be on life-sustaining equipment like a ventilator, and your daughter doesn't have the capacity to not put you on a ventilator, then that person probably should not be the person who is your healthcare power of attorney. So these are decisions that we all must make. We all need to do this because it's important, and it's less stress on the family when these decisions have to be made, because they all have to be made. It's just a fact. Everyone is going to go this way. And if you have children, you are doing them a favor by getting these documents in place ahead of time. Because if you pass and they're not in place, then it causes confusion within the family. And it's already a heart-pulling strings time to lose a loved one. So that's just my little tidbit of advice. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. And it really, like I said, you can go online and pull these forms off. You do not have to get a higher priced attorney to do it. You can pull the forms off of the computer, print them out at the library if you don't have a printer. Take that loved one you want to be responsible with you to the bank and get it notarized. You can take it to some of these UPS places have notaries, and just get it notarized and keep it in a safe at your house. And you would be surprised, woo, Jesus, how much trouble you will save. So I'm going to play a little commercial and come back and talk about voting. So get your pen and paper. And oh, I forgot about the hydration. I got my hydration, y'all. Get your pen and paper, because this video is going to reiterate what I just said. And you can play it back at any time. You guys know it's on YouTube. You can play this video back at any time. So I'll be right back in 1 minute. Watch the video and get informed. Hi, I'm back. Hey, now we're going to talk about this voting thing. I'm going to make it quick and I'm going to be to the point, because everybody should know that they should be registered to vote by now. Voting election day is Tuesday. Okay. So if you're not registered to vote, you can't vote in this election, but you still go get registered to vote, because there's going to be more elections. But this midterm election is off the chain. And if you do not understand that at this point, you've had your head in the sand. You have got to make sure that you know who you're voting for and what they stand for. Now, I am a Democrat. I'm not telling you who to vote. You can vote Democrat, you can vote Republican. Some states, you don't have to vote the whole Democratic ticket. So you should know which state you are in and whether you have to vote the whole Democratic ticket if you're registered as a Democrat. Like, in Texas, they don't have that anymore. You don't have to vote like that. In Ohio, you don't have to vote like that. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't understand that the Republicans, and this is just my opinion, there are some Republicans that are in office that are not the old school Republican conservatives. They are the Donald Trump Republicans who are trying to take control of everything, and they're going to cut out everything that has been put in place to help the majority of the people. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't be out there thinking, oh, I don't like Joe Biden and he hasn't done nothing for me. I got a stimulus check with Trump, and if that's what you're rolling with, you're going to get what you go for. I'm telling you. And sometimes you do have to take the lesser of two evils, because the Republicans have already got people on the Supreme Court that are making them changes. Roe v. Wade. And I know that some people feel very strongly against abortion, and everybody has the right to their feelings. But quite frankly, that decision was overturned after all those years. And I do not believe that anybody can, in their heart, say that it absolutely should be overturned, because once they overturn one thing and start telling you what to do, then it's going to be affirmative action. And in case you haven't been paying attention, that's on the board next. And for those of you who think that you don't want affirmative action because I just want it to be fair, there was a reason why they had to have affirmative action. Get out your history books and start to read and start to get informed. Now, I'm just saying this because that's how I feel, but it's just the doggone truth. I'm 61 years old, almost 62. You couldn't even get to vote. 1965 was when they passed the Voting Act. I was born before 1965. Okay. And in 2011, they're trying to change all things back from 2011. So there are a lot of Republicans that have been doing the slow boil way to try to change some things, and we've been sleeping on it. There are people who only vote for the president. Come on. Get educated. The midterm elections make a big impact on what happens up in Washington, D.C. The president can't do nothing without Congress. And we are like on the edge. These Democrats, we are on the edge of losing control. Okay? So know who you're voting for. Know what you're voting for. Don't get hoodwinked with the rhetoric on TV. Don't get caught up in the crazy. I'm telling you, I just got to say, I was listening to Herschel Walker, and I don't know this man, and thank God I do not have to pick him or anybody in Georgia. I pray for y'all people in Georgia. But his rhetoric is so crazy, and he has a slew of people who are going to vote for him. A whole lot of people are going to vote for Herschel Walker. And he sounds absolutely crazy. I'm not talking about what other people are saying about Herschel Walker. I'm talking about what Herschel Walker is saying about Herschel Walker. So think about it. If people are willing to vote someone into office who sounds crazy like that, there has to be an ulterior motive behind it. So think about the candidates that you are voting for. Please don't believe the hype. Look at their voting record. Look at what they've done. I have we get all this stuff in the mail. I'll read it off. Right here is a voter guide. It's a voter guide. Let me get it up there right. And it talks about what Tim Ryan, J.D. Vance, and what Tim Ryan, what they voted on abortion on demand, Keystone Pipeline, voter photo ID, because they got laws coming in about voting. Down south, they won't even let you have a bottle of water in line. So they have all kinds of laws going on. The Southern Border Wall, defund Planned Parenthood, the Equality Act for the LGBTQ people, and all kinds, taxpayer funding on abortion. You can see what they voted for. Now, these people are running for Senate, Tim Ryan and J.D. Vance. And on the other side, we have the governor race, Nan Whaley and Mike DeWine. And you can see how they feel about the issues. Some of this stuff gets to be redundant, but you need to read it and then see if it's true what they're saying. Did they really feel that way about that issue? And then find out why. Because just because something doesn't affect you directly doesn't mean you should vote it out for someone else, because you don't know what someone else is going through. Think the issues through. Think it through, people. Just don't have such tunnel vision that you're not giving any issue a chance. Think the issue through before you vote. Oh, and I got this one. This is my girl, Shontel Brown. Yeah, I voted for her. Like I said, I voted already because I travel and I wanted to make sure I got my vote in. But I voted for Shontel Brown. Here you go. Because like I said earlier, I get calls to listen in on things that they're discussing in committees. And I'm in her district, and I think it's good. I don't just hear from Shontel Brown around election time. I hear from Shontel Brown's people all year long. And that's why I voted for her, because she doesn't just try to come around in election time. She's actively involved in what's going on in her district. Now, also this Chris Ronayne, I don't know if I pronounced it right. He's endorsed as a Democratic candidate. All these people have endorsed him. And I like these people. So I voted for him. And then also you'll get one of these if you go to the voting down at well, you have to now, because Monday you can vote ahead of time at the County Board of Elections. But Tuesday, wherever you go to vote, you'll get one of these because people are standing outside. This is a list of the races that are contested. They are highlighted. So those people are in a contested race. That means you need to vote for them, the ones in highlighted, if you're a Democrat, because they're having a race that is contested. And that means that somebody else, like a Republican, is trying to get their seat. And here are the judicial candidates down here that are having contested races. So all this information is given to you ahead of time in your mailbox, and you should read it and then check the facts. And it also will be given to you at the voting poll place. So wherever you go to vote, those people are handing out stuff. Get it. If you're not sure of your Democratic ticket, they'll give you a Democratic ticket, and you can just vote strictly Democratic. But I didn't. I mean, there's some people that I switched over for. You have to vote who you think is the best candidate. But the main thing is to get out there and vote. This midterm election determines who is going to sit in the Senate seats, who your congressional, who your county executives are, and things like that. Now, I live in a community where we had I live in Richmond Heights. We had I think 4, 5 different issues on the ballot, like with the parks and stuff. I had to read some of those because unfortunately I wasn't up on all of them, but they put all the information right there on the ballot. And so I just read it and I made a decision on what I thought should happen. So when you live like Cleveland Heights or Solon, or you live in North Ridgeville, make sure you vote on the issues for your city, because you're paying taxes. You might as well get what you want. And those issues are important to vote on. And like my husband and I said, we should have been at some of these city council meetings and these board meetings, and we would have known about this. So that's something in 2023 I'm going to make a point to do. I suggest you do it too, because it's kind of rough to come up on election day and have to make decisions on issues for your city that you didn't even know were going to be on the ballot. Guilty. But they write everything out about what the issues are. So all you have to do is read it and make a conscious decision. Don't let nothing go by. Vote on everything. Vote on those judges, the domestic relation court, the juvenile court. Vote on everything. Don't leave nothing out, because your vote counts. Your vote counts, people. You count and you matter. Look, like I said, it wasn't that long ago where we were not even allowed to vote as women or people of color. They made us take a test, and we had to follow the directions, and the directions were very vague. If you think I'm lying, Google it, look it up. Look on the NAACP website. They'll tell you some stuff too. So get informed and get out and vote on Tuesday. You can go Monday still. If you can, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. If you can spend money to go see Kanye West, and he ain't all together, and I'm not making fun of him because I know he has a mental issue. Okay, let's say if you can spend money to go see Beyonce, then you can spend a half an hour to go and vote, because I bet you Beyonce is voting. She ain't stupid and she's not lazy. I bet you she voted. I suggest you vote too. Now, that's my spiel for today. I'm just telling you guys, this election, we voting for the senators, we voting for Congress people, we voting for the governor, we voting for Ohio Supreme Court justices, we voting for local court judges, and we voting for members of the Ohio legislature. All those seats are up for re-election. So I just plead with you guys, please take the time to vote and know who you're voting for. And please don't get caught up in the silly stuff, because folks will tell you anything to get into office. We know that. We have experienced that. And I suggest that you get informed and you go vote. And y'all know how passionate I am about this, because our people, they worked hard to get us this opportunity to vote. So go vote. And I can't wait until election day to see all the good people I voted for win. If you could go play that Powerball, you can go vote. Okay? It don't cost you nothing. It's free. All right. So y'all have a blessed week. And again, I thank everybody. I thank y'all for the love. I truly appreciate it. My whole family felt it. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. Y'all be good this week. Be careful and watch out. Watch out now, because it's crazy out there and it's election time. And some people think they have the right to do whatever they want to do to convince you to do what they want you to do. But it's your choice. It's your choice. That's what voting is all about. Your choice. So I'll see you next week. Take care this week. Have a blessed week. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to share. And don't forget to tell somebody about Phenomenal Woman Rise Up with Terry K. Brown. Have a blessed week, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.